Can
we get little blue spots for our faces? Ready?
All right, stand for the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
That's the January ordinance meeting. So we have to figure out an appointment to replace Kirby for the planning commission. Does anybody have any recommendations or thoughts of anybody who might be interested in filling that position?
And the main thing is just a Republican. That's the only criteria.
Yes, so this one's a political citizen member, and it would need to be a Republican. And they would have to live within the town. Any ideas?
Trying to think of someone that would have some background in all of that stuff. I mean, the only person that comes to mind, I don't know what he is, I don't know, someone like Chris Knuckle.
Is there, I want to see if you are able to sit on the boards or not.
Seriously, please. I know it all.
Think Cody would be?
Oh, that's right. Thank you.
Can we get a list?
But hey,
Can I get a list of board?
with him though, he's moving to that position.
Yeah,
that's for about 10 minutes.
Cody.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well,
It's very low.
cool. How about this? So, I don't know the time frame in which we need to get this figured out, but I do know that I have an email out to Becky asking how soon we need to hold a meeting for the planning commission after someone submits a zoning change request form. We currently have 2 zoning request forms that the planning commission needs to see. And we need to, I would say maybe assemble the planning commission, find a date, and then maybe we can get some ideas and get the next person by them. And because we'll be down 1, but they'll have plenty for a caucus. I just don't want to make the 2 people that are waiting for a zoning official
They asked
to have
for,
to keep
like,
on waiting.
this, put something on the planning commission with Kirby's office.
It has to be a
It has
Republican,
to
that's
be-
it.
They have to be a Republican.
And live within the
Yeah.
incorporated town plan.
Who's on the mountain?
I'm sorry?
Who's on the mountain?
If you've been here for the meeting.
Shush.
We have Henry, Rodney Dyer, Jim Large, Will Mitchell, myself, Ricky Hughes, from Open Space, and then we have our 2 commissioner appointments, which are Pat Mulligan and Jason Fulham.
Those are not right.
So we're thinking,
Any construction, he does stuff like that.
I asked
What about-
Denny.
What about that?
Billy Richard.
I asked Denny about it, but when we tried to fill the spot before, and he wasn't interested at the time because of his mom, or he was taking care of
So
someone.
now I'm taking care of that.
Yeah, so at that time, I mean,
I'll give some thought. I might think of something for a second.
Well, if we have some ideas now, we could appoint contingent if they're saying yes or no, and then we wouldn't have to reconvene in a meeting to make it happen. Or we just put it off, maybe a short one for the planning commission meeting, if they hold a session prior to our next, what is it, February 8th, and 11th meeting.
Did, Bill Will want to get his meeting set up for that?
zoning.
For zoning?
That goes through the plan. It's kind of
Yes,
confusing.
I gave it to Bill Rubble. He set up, he got it back last week. That's what they said, they need, it needs to go, it needs to go to the
Planning commission first.
instead of zoning.
So. All right, so I guess we'll just note in our minutes that we'll try to come up with some ideas of, you might want to do on Republican living inside of the corporate limit at the town.
Do we want to check with anyone or?
I honestly, with being late in the month and the fact that we have another general meeting coming at the beginning of February, I'll send out an email to the current members of the planning commission and try to come up with a date in which they can meet. And if we get a meeting in before that date, then we just hope that we have a quorum. I don't see why they wouldn't be, and then if not, then the new person can be appointed at a February meeting, right? Does that make sense?
I got some ideas in my head, I'm not sure if we're Republican.
All right, correct. Well, and we can check it out. All right. Anything else on the planning commission portion? No. And then appointments for the zoning board. So Judy, I'm looking at this list of what you have here. Is the zoning board of appeals, part of my ignorance, is it only a 7-member board? Or is it similar to planning commission where there's appointments from the commissioners?
I think, is it a 5-member board?
I thought it was 5.
I think it's 5.
Okay. And currently we have down 1, 2, 3, 4.
I mean, I think that's something, we need to reach out to these individuals and make sure they're still.
Yeah, and there's not as much of a rush on the BZA at this point.
No, but we need to have it in order to.
Well, then I can send a follow-up to, Becky and ask her to clarify the appointments for the BZA as well.
And what the requirements are.
But,
Okay.
I'm gonna need to check. And then got a note to check the party relation for the 2 that we were uncertain with.
Okay.
And I asked Judy to throw on the ice machine in the concessions. So going through those bills, I've been noticing a reoccurring like $141 a month bill for the ice machine.
Okay.
So apparently the ice machine that's for the pool.
Okay.
Is a lease machine. We've been paying since January 1 of 23 at $141 a month. But we're not using it for full time. I think there was a time for those that were being used for basketball as well. But at that cost, something has to make way more sense than $141 a month. I called and spoke with the gal at Ice, whatever they were called, I'm sorry. Easy Ice. And the first thing she said was, she was like, oh, we definitely have seasonal options that are more budget friendly. I'm like, well, maybe we should figure something out.
Can I give my 2 cents on that? I spoke to Judy about this last week, I saw a note on it. So you can purchase a machine from Central Restaurant for about $2,000. And when it's not used, all you do is bring it.
Right.
And wipe it out, and it's clean, and it's the only use it. You had that paid for. Leasing it. I've had restaurants that lease them and they bought and buy them. It's a little bit better option to buy them, right? Because they're so cheap.
Well, that's why I wanted to throw it on this list, because it doesn't make sense if we spent $5,000 on an ice machine that gets used 3 months out of the year.
And if you do proper maintenance on it, and clean them, every 3 months, they'll last you for 20 years. So I just hate to see Phil running away when we don't need it. So.
So, Ricky, would you be able to find the machine that, is that something that falls, that you would?
Yeah, I go back, some type of count machine.
And there's the other thing too, so with, we use Pepsi Coke, they supply that machine, correct?
The fountain, yes.
If you work out a deal with Coke, a lot of times they will give you the machine, the dispenser, with the ice dispenser included in their.
They won't do it for us because we don't sell enough. That's what they told us on the phone.
Okay.
We got a new updated machine, but they wouldn't give us the ice dispenser because we don't sell enough.
product.
I mean, either way, I think if we look at what our capacity of the machine we have now, when we talk to people who use it the most, if it's producing enough ice, where we know that we have the right size, and if we know the size that we need, we should, I would assume, just buy one. If we can get some quotes.
Yeah, I'm good
And
with
then we can at least look at what the quotes are and make sure that it makes sense, but.
And we have a Captain Central restaurant, we do it down
I don't,
Is that where we bought the coolers?
I was gonna say, we've purchased some other things. That's where I got my coolers at the store, but then we purchased,
The pool concession cooler, I think.
yeah, the freezer or the refrigerator or
Yeah.
something through that. Yeah.
Alternatively, I asked the Easy Ice people if they would sell out, like if we had an option to buy since we've had it for so long. They said no, but it might be nice to find out what that seasonal cost is too. I mean, if it's super cheap for.
Yeah, if we only gotta pay like,
Right, like, if the price makes sense and they offer to swap out the machine and they're fixing it, because Ricky, didn't you say that they came and did service?
Several times over the last summer, they came over and fixed it.
So I guess
so,
maybe-
yeah, check seasonal price and then get us a quote on what it's gonna cost.
You know what they were coming to fix?
It wasn't making ice, so I don't know.
Well.
Sounds like we broke.
It was
Fair enough.
That's like I told Matt, Matt said, if you take care of it, it'll last you for 20 years. And I said, but you have to remember we have kids.
Right, well,
I mean,
which is why we probably can't buy one from Costco and think we're getting a good deal and expect it to last for 20 years. You probably have to buy a quality machine and feed that.
Right.
But if it's breaking down often, then you might have to consider the cost.
It's breaking down problem because they don't maintain it like you would maintain it if you own it.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I don't know, I just saw that cost and I was like, I'm like that.
Well, if you knock that price in half, in 3 years you pay for the one you have, and it's yours, you own it for 20, you're saving money in the long run. And truth of the matter is, if we, I could go in there and teach the manager, it's a quickly 20-minute job that high school kid can do. It's a matter of just turning it on and running some cleaner through it, nothing else. It's pretty simple.
Awesome. Chandler, do you have an opportunity to look at the ordinance books options that like some other books?
no.
Yeah, neither do I. Although I know, but what I did realize that my note from last time was that was something she wanted us to do.
But I don't think our questions ever, and I shouldn't say that. I don't know if our questions ever got answered.
Yes, the question about PDF.
That's what we were waiting to hear back from, and I don't think that was,
Yeah. Publishing.
yeah, it is. The main thing is do we have to pay for the online version?
Or can we download it as a PDF and share it on our thing?
Okay.
If that gets answered, then I think we can decide what we want to do, because of course, we're gonna have to get however many books, but also, I know like some people said, if we get PDFs, people would rather have a PDF than a book, so. Then you can search stuff on it and.
I've had several calls in the last month, people need to get on our website, okay,
Ordinances, yeah.
ordinance and stuff, and
So that's the main thing. Once that's answered, I think we're ready to move forward with it.
The online version.
I think you have to. I'm going off our last conversation. I think you have to pay for the online version, but you were asking if we were allowed to download it as a PDF and put it on our thing, because it is so much in a year.
Alright, I just, really, I just need, can we upload our PDF version to our website, or do we have to pay for the online version? I think it's all we're waiting for.
I think the difference between the PDF and the online version is they put a link on our website, and that link will take you directly to our book.
Correct.
So if you wouldn't really need that, you can just have a PDF, that's when it's a PDF pop up, you can download it to the computer, whatever.
What else? Do you have anything else, Jim?
I don't think so. I haven't heard.
So, and Matt, I wanted to say that I misheard at that meeting in regards to the permits given to the county. They were saying is that we go in that does send them to the county. So they are getting them. They did say though, the only thing they said that would help out is, it doesn't happen very often, but whenever we have a new address and you have to decide what that is, if you could fax them on that same thing and let them know what that is when that determination is made, that way they can update their
Well, I thought
address.
the process was how I normally do it. The process is Jim and I get on the system, figure out the proper address, and then he notifies each office, he notifies Queen's office, the assessor's office, and the jail office.
Gotcha.
Just through an email. So
That's just what the assessor was telling me.
well, if they need to do that, I can say that's how we normally done it in the past.
I have no idea.
So
I mean, it's obviously working. With the
because a lot of times we have a conversation between several people to figure out what the right address might be.
Right.
Especially when you come into half address and stuff like that. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, I'll make it a point to just put a note in it.
I just want to make sure you knew that when I went and talked to them, like, oh, I can put it here. Not that they're not doing it, you're the only one that is
I was hoping.
submitting it. Well, actually, when you told me that you were faxing them, maybe they don't even have a fax machine anymore. It's 2026.
Well, we had a problem for a minute when we got the new system here because we had dial 9.
Oh, yeah.
And I was just faxing like I normally did, I didn't know they weren't going through.
Yeah.
So I went back to try to make sure I got the ones that ended up through back through it, so.
The one, I was going through the email. Connor from the bridge company, did we move forward with the bridges? I know it's considered a secret.
No, and I've got more on that. We need to hold for concerns here. You want to talk about now?
I don't know, I mean, we can't probably approve it in here, but I'm just.
So here's what I know. We were told that either has to go out to bid or we have to have 3 quotes. So I reached out to 2 other bridge companies. I've gotten 1 quote back. I forwarded that to Ricky. I haven't. After we have 3, then we can take a quote.
Yes.
But that led me to start wondering though too, do we still have to quote out for vehicles? So like with Ricky's new trucks, does he have to bring 4 quotes?
So I was always told, we changed something when Debbie was here, that it was up to so much, wasn't it like 20?
I don't know the answer to that.
I don't think they had to be,
You don't have to get, not get,
No, they changed some of the vehicles, you don't have to.
So is there a dollar amount then?
I thought
Yes.
so. I thought 50 or 70.
I think it's 75.
Okay, so.
Because maybe it was 50, and then we changed it when Debbie was here to 75 because the vehicles were the problem.
Yeah. That sounds right, without looking back.
Without looking back, I don't know the number, but I know the vehicles, we raised it because of the vehicles.
Okay, so it's not something that's set by the state that we have to do, it's something that's set by the
It's
county.
set, it's an ordinance, isn't it?
I thought that that was something the state sets. I'm only wondering because I didn't think we would have to do the bridges, and then she came out with the quotes, or the quotes of the bridge. I don't know if it's because the.
I don't know.
Two bridges,
Probably
The-
the price.
The one bit bridge was like 70, or almost 80,000, that's probably was.
Probably the price.
One, Becky also
Well,
said is we
and-
just have to reach out to them. If they don't give us a bid, then if they don't give us a quote, it doesn't matter. As long as we've reached out to 3 and we can prove that we've reached out to 3, we can move forward.
Okay, so then, I say by the time we have our next service, then we should know, it's like, we got the first quote, we've got a second quote, and.
Okay.
Unknown third, but I was surprised there's not a lot of companies that
Oh, I'm
show
sure.
water, at least. I mean, one of them that I got.
Can you forward me on that quote so I can look at it?
One I got was from South Carolina. With an $8,000 shipping fee.
How much
That's
is the
all right.
bridge?
I'll send it to
1,500.
you. Yep.
It was 51.
No. The only other thing I had was, I was thinking all once, so we're getting ready to get the books, right? We need to figure out who's enforcing what ordinances. So I guess my question is, do we need to sit down and go through and say, these are enforced by this person, these are enforced by that? Do we
Yes.
leave it up? Okay.
And I think there needs to be a running sheet on like something that everyone can share, like we can get on it, everyone can get on it. So like, so-and-so got an ordinance violation on this date.
So like a share file.
Yeah, like, I mean, we did it like Google
Sheets.
Drive or whatever, but I don't know.
You were just talking to Jason and having said something.
Yeah, but then we can go on there and see, and then if anyone has any questions, has this been tagged for grass ordinance? Then you can go on there and say, no, it hasn't, and then we can see what's going on and everything else.
So then, how do you want to do that? Do you want, we probably should have put thought to that before we went through the whole ordinance book. So do we want to go through the whole ordinance book again and say, this is this person, this is this person? Do we want to look at it on our own and come back and have a
And
conversation?
I think we're gonna have to go through the ordinance book basically again. Because, you know, everyone's basically, we have all these notes. We're gonna have to go through and like get everyone's notes together and go through and just make sure we have everything right. And someone's gonna have to put together like a master copy. So I think we're gonna have to.
I think Becky did that during the meetings, wasn't she?
Well, she had some notes, Judy had some notes, and then, but this has been, what, 3, 4, how long have we,
Yeah.
ever since I've been here?
Becky was here to defend
Yeah, it was
when we
past,
started.
so,
So
yeah,
I,
so we're gonna have to go through the whole thing.
What I-
Well, how are we ready to make a decision with American Legal Publishing if we don't?
We're not,
Oh,
I mean,
My understanding is they have all the notes, just a matter of Judy and Becky getting together to make sure everything's.
but see,
together.
before Becky even took over, Pat was here
yeah,
for the 2 years. And, you know, Judy was taking the notes, which I'm sure Judy's got it, but we're gonna have to go through and make sure, add up all those notes and go through the book and kind of just go through, when we go through that, we can say, so-and-so needs to take care of this ordinance, and we'll all be here, so everyone will know.
and she should have some notes.
And we do have a couple of pages, for instance, the rental property. You gave it, that is not in the book itself, we need to add that. So we've got a few things we need to add like that.
I think we all just need to sit down, and I mean, it's not gonna take us as long, we don't have to read through everything,
Right,
but we need to put everything together and make sure everyone
just
knows.
make lists.
Yes,
I agree with that.
and I'm already started putting on the notes from the second meeting.
Okay.
So I've got to stack up and.
and would you wanna mention to Becky if she can start to compile her notes? And then maybe next ordinance meeting, we should start. Get it going, because it would be nice to get that wrapped up.
Awesome. Do you have everything else in for ordinances or no issues?
I've got a couple of updates, so, phone call from Chad years ago. They are demoing the house on 24, so that probably will be ready, there's no more inspection, city out there, once they demo the property. I guess they have pipes break and they need boiler and it's gonna be fixed because so they're just gonna fix it. They got somebody coming in to clean the lot up and all that stuff away.
What about
They'll
the,
locate for a guy to come there, do tree work and stuff.
what about the barn?
But the salary's all coming down. Second update is the house on Allen Street, the old Hutchins house. I've done 3 inspections on that. It's looking very, very nice. Corner,
112 West Allen.
yes. He'll probably be, they started drywall this week, I believe. So we have 4-bedroom with a garage. We put in some decks, have a front porch, overhang, it's really nice. Third update, dentist office is planning on opening the doors on February 11th. I've been in contact with Kurt, letting him know I'll be on vacation or the phone inspection was done before, not before I left or after I got back, so. February 11th, tentative date, to open that.
Gotcha. So you're gonna be getting an occupancy permit before then?
It's probably gonna happen either this Friday
Okay,
or it'll happen on the 9th.
awesome.
So, they're ready for me on Friday, it'll happen Friday, if not, it'll be the 9th. But they are planning on opening on the 11th. Pending a problem with the inspection, which I've done my previous inspection and used as far as. The big things, so nice things.
With a light pole right in the middle of the
So I said, the biggest design flaw was that light pole right in the middle of the parking lot.
We'll be out there.
You'll be out there doing reports all the time.
Anything else?
Have you guys made a decision on that letter, if we're sending that letter? For fines, for courts?
Is Becky doing something with that?
The last that was left is you guys were gonna get together to figure out a plan of attack for when the letter's sent when they come back. How are you gonna handle it?
I just hold it until,
I would wait, my thought, if we have legal, has Becky sent anything to him?
Nope.
So we don't have anything,
We
we have your time, basically.
We kind of left it at, you guys were gonna have to figure out, because Becky said. hey,
Has everything been fixed?
Yeah.
So he's back in compliance.
But she said, you guys not gonna get together, because this will generate some type of, he's gonna send a letter, he's gonna call, try to negotiate. It's a pretty big fine, so.
Yeah.
And we just been kind of sitting here, because nobody's done anything except.
Well, and I remember Becky saying we had to double check before we could send the fine or something, so let's wait until Becky's here.
right, and I think that if we're sending out a letter like that, it should come from her office and not you. Just to make sure that we're doing it right. Not that you wouldn't, you know what I mean?
See what I'm
Isn't there a pretty large fine?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's not as big as the one down here.
right. But also, if we're gonna do that though, we have to make a decision, because did you send out the
He's got,
notice of fines, right?
he's got the what's gonna cost.
Right. And isn't there a court order, a standing order with that, please?
For the exterior,
To clean up the property.
to clean up that
Site
exterior of the
steps.
property, not site. Yes.
That problem can only be the problem I have is not.
Right, yes.
Well, then we have to make a decision at some point.
Well, and-
We want you to start reading that.
Yeah, because you gotta lean on it and keep leaning on it until eventually you can.
And pro lifers will be in this. If someone's got, I have to give them
Yeah.
that much time, and I feel bad, right?
We
But
started.
if I'm in a position like that, and I have a large home like that, and I can't maintain it, I have to look into my options of
Correct.
jumping that property and then doing some of that campus.
I mean, that's the thing, everybody we've sent those letters to has complied.
Right.
Except for, James and one night, they had to comply. Everybody else is compliant.
Good.
So, it was, give one guy a break for no reason, so.
Yep.
Sounds good. Follow up on those next time.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
get
we
Becky
need to
here.
Figure out how to give him a notice, that says, hey, this is where you're at.
Right.
I don't know how to do that.
Yep.
Yeah, for the water bill, we send a separate bill, or whatever we do.
Yep. Let's wait until Becky's here and Mike will be here. So,
Yeah, anything
I got one thing, on the, to collect, fines and stuff, there's a state program called TREX. You guys have ever heard of that? Rensselaer's been using it now, we have an email thread through AIM.
The type portion, right?
I have don't that much detail, but it sounds like it's really useful to help collect liens, past due, water bill, utility
I
bills.
think I got that email as well, and it looked like, depending on the portion, they would keep like 50% or a certain percentage.
7% of it.
I mean, maybe it's something you want to, I don't know. Make it a lot easier to get our money back, maybe.
That deed was supposed to have gotten that information back 2 years ago.
Okay.
So,
To forward that email to us, but you said it came in through AIM, right?
Yeah, it's just a.
We forward it to all of us just to make sure it's at the top of our.
Yes,
I feel like I read it recently. Did you get it with like last week?
January 26th, so
Yeah.
with one of them,
Was it just one of those, the random AIM?
questions, and then a
Yeah.
bunch of responses come in. They're annoying, but some of them are
Well,
beneficial.
Every day.
Oh, I know.
Awesome. Anything else?
Are we back to meeting monthly on our ordinance meeting?
Yes.
I apologize.
And I think that after we figure out the ordinance stuff, we have to figure out where we are with everything else too, because it might still be necessary, even if it's for short.
I would say we're probably always gonna, I mean, well, because Mike's gonna want to probably hit on properties come.
I know we want to start on the list.
Yes, exactly. So, and come when the weather gets nice, as I'm sure.
But honestly though, we should be, I don't know, I feel like we should get to a point where, once we identify who's responsible for enforcing these ordinances, and that's figured out, we should have something in place where after X amount of things, it just gets forwarded to Becky, and we don't sit and talk about it for.
I agree. I
months
mean,
and months
like,
and months
yeah.
on end.
And once you, like you said, identify the ordinances, who does what, is let them take care of it. We don't have to give an update every month on what's going on. I mean, you guys take care of
Well,
it.
if we have that share file, we can put it, hey,
Yeah.
I can share, I can share with you guys about the property.
Okay.
We can all be there, we don't have to talk about it. in the meetings.
Yeah. Just go on there and keep moving forward.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Motion.
I'll make a motion for adjournment.
Second, all in favor?
Aye. Thank you.
That's something that to you guys, you should have on top of your email thread.
Sounds good.
Okay.
and if it's not, it's still